Hello, everyone. We'll just wait 20 seconds while everybody enters the room. Just wanted to tell everybody hi. Good evening over there on South Africa side. I think it's probably pretty cold there, yeah? For some parts, pretty chilly. And it's nice and warm still here for us. So um, we can appreciate the season difference. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? That we're coming to you from Salt Lake City, Utah, from our corporate office. For those of you that are new joining us today, my name is Kendall St. John. I'm one of the account managers here for our Africa market. And joining us today from our corporate office as well is Kethabathle Gwebu and Ryan Goldsmith and Addison Shirts, and probably have a couple other of our corporate will be jumping on here shortly. But welcome everyone. We have a great lineup for you. We have a great guest speaker and a topic that I'm passionate about, and I hope that after our speaker shares with you, you will be as well. So starting for our agenda, we'll go ahead and get started with our recognition with Kethabathle. She will celebrate everybody. It's my favorite part. Okay, Bathle, go ahead.
Hi, thank you so much, Kendall. Good evening, everyone. I'm very excited. I know I'm always excited about this part, but today I just want to state the reason why I'm excited is because last month we didn't have any rank advancement, and this month we have rank advancement, and I think it's something that it's worth celebrating. And it gives me hope that next month we're going to have many rank advancements. So this month we have so the month of July, we have our top enrollers, and these ladies are amazing. They constantly, climbing the ladder, and they're showing us that it is possible, and we can do it, and they can do it. Like they always doing the hard work. We don't take for granted what you guys are doing, because doing this business, it's not for the faint-hearted, as someone once said it. So well done to all the other leaders that are doing the hard work behind the scene. But on our top enrollers for the month of July are Tina Osuchuku, Malibongo Renko, Daphne Lyle, and Lizanne Sean. Can we give a huge round of applause for these amazing ladies? Congratulations on being our top enrollers for the month of July. Well done, ladies. We are super duper proud of you and your hard work. Thank you. And on to the next slide. I can see everyone else is celebrating, which is such a good thing. Thank you, guys. And then I don't know if it's taking forever to show on my side. But yes, thank you very much. And then we also have rank advancement. On our rank advancement, we have this amazing lady. Her name is Minette Ningrini. Congratulations to you, Minette, for hitting elite. What a milestone. We are so proud of you, and we want to see you do more than just elite, and we know you are capable of doing so. So well done, Minette, on achieving this rank, and we are so excited to see what you can do next. Thank you so much. And then moving on to our leader highlights. This is also my favorite part. I approach this lady. I think she's going to appear right now so that all of you can see who she is. Yes, Candice Dick. Our leader highlights for this month is Candice Dick. I approached her upliner, and she couldn't stop singing praises about her. And when I got a chance to ask her about the assignment, and she was like, I'm not a top enroller. Why are you highlighting me? And I said to her that top enrollers, they do deserve their praises and their recognition. Also, this category does deserve the praises and also its own recognition. So a leader highlight for us is someone who carries or embodies the spirit of doTERRA wherever they go, and encouraging everyone and making the difference out there. And Candice, I genuinely believe that you are that person. So today we want to celebrate you, not just of what you have achieved, but also the spirit that you carry in inspiring others. And you continue to build and do exactly what a leader does. So I hope she's on a call, and I'd like to turn over the time to Candice Dick.
Hello, thanks, Bartlett. Thanks for all your patience and love while I learn the ropes of leading.
Yes.
Thanks, everyone. I'm so excited to have a moment to share. Um, and I really, there's so much when we do this business, but I thought I would highlight the things that make this work so special for me. And that for me is, first of all, as someone very ADHD, I absolutely love doTERRA for its structure. The fact that you can be in a business that is your own business, but you get the backup of corporate is something is such an incredible gift. And I love the roadmap and what is offered to us. And those things alongside our incredible products that I really think when you're doing the business, we start to take like miraculous and life changing, it becomes our normal. And so I find it so important to continually go back and reconnect with and remember the stories and regular stories of how incredible our products are, because we forget, we just use them after you've been doing it. And I've been doing this 3 years. And I really, when Bartley said, what do you want to share? A big thing for me is that um, I think of my business because, as Bartley said, I'm not generally a top and roller. I've been doing the business 3 years and it's been slow and steady for me. But I love doing this work. And I like to think of it, what encourages me as I'm doing this is that I like to think, just like we have the blessings of the bottle and source to you, we too are gardeners of a sort. And so I like to think of my doTERRA business as a garden that involves a lot of planting seeds. That's with our customers, that's with potential sharers, that's with wellness advocates. And so a big part of what we do as gardeners is we plant seeds. And then another thing I think for me, I often say to people, doTERRA is 30% sales, maybe it's more 40, but and 60-70% actually support and learning. And so what I love to do is empowering people to use their oils. I always want to cry when I hear a story of someone who's had oils for ages and they're sitting in the cupboard unopened. You've got treasures and we need to empower you. And part of doing that, what Dom mentioned, is I host Yum Drops, essentially speaking call once a week, really trying to build on our community wisdom. Because no matter how long you've been using the oils, people come with intuition, their own knowledge, and learning from each other becomes such a gift in the community, a wellness community like we have. And the third area for me that I'm still learning and I'm trying to learn to offer on to others is the fact that we need trellises to grow. Like if depending on what we are, we might need a stake or a trellis. What does it look like to get the support we need? And what does it look like to offer that support onto others? Remembering that in a garden, not all plants grow at the same speed. Not some things you plant and they take ages to shoot. Some grow very slowly, some grow faster. And as much as we would like to grow for others, which I think sometimes certainly in my world and our enthusiasm, we can get going on that. It's important to recognize that people need an environment that lets them grow. So what is that sunshine, that manure? Like, what does it take for our team and our people and our customers to really be able to grow in their spaces in the way that lets them be the plant they are, but contributes to a magnificent whole. And finally, as I finish off, I just want to say that it's very important, as I've known, is we talk about consistent use of the oils, but if you're going to do the business, consistency is such a key thing for me. And that's important to recognize in the context of seasons, because we do go through different seasons. I know I nearly quit this business at one point, and thank goodness for Dom hand holding. But it was a recognition I was in a different season, and what does that review and reflection take to move us on to the next one? And so really our main responsibility is to continually check what seeds you're planting, remembering to check in on those seeds because they need water while they're seedlings or they've just been planted. planting new seeds and how do we help tend those so they can grow into big, beautiful versions of what's needed for them to be empowered in the oils, or them to grow a business in the oils, or become a sharer who really manages to cover their oils and products with doTERRA at no cost. So that's my invitation and sharing, and thank you so much for the honor of being highlighted.
Awesome. Thank you, Candace, for sharing that with us. And if everyone could give us a round of applause, it's not easy sharing and presenting on these calls. So thank you, Candace, for giving us that time. And I have the honor of sharing that we are in the pre-planning stage, or I guess with the pre-stage of Silver Club season. Beginning September 1st, our Silver Club season will begin. And we have some exciting changes for this season of Silver Club that will be exciting, hopefully, and get some engagement and hopefully grow your teams so you guys can build and have that long-term success in the next, this is a 3-month program, and hopefully this will help you grow your business so you can have a successful the next 6 months until the next program. So for Silver Club, it's running September 1st, like I said, through the 30th of November. So it's a 3-month program. It's a intensive program for you to really grow your business. Like I said, the qualifications to apply are June through August. So if you hit the ranks of director through silver in any of those months and had one enrollment, you can apply. If you have not had enrollment, utilize the promotion for this month, the enrollment promotion, and just get one person with a 100 PV enrollment, and you can join our Silver Club. It's super blast. It's a great way to really get to know your organization and your team as well. So some things that we've changed for the season is we shortened the rank. So director, executive, elite, premier, or silver can apply. And if you're gold rank or higher and you've not hit the rank of gold in the last year, feel free to apply as well. And like I said, one personally enrolled member. And this is the exciting part of this program that I think is awesome. We're going to have a little bonus bank for the people that are in Silver Club. Every 3 personal enrollments you achieve, you'll earn in your little piggy bank 1,600 Rand. So, that multiplies if you get 9. So if you graduate the season, you'll get 100% of what is in your banked Silver Club bank. And then, and if you want all the details about Silver Club, scan this QR code with your phone. It'll take you right to the website. It's on the doTERRA site. You can apply there. You can learn all the information about Silver Club and what it entails, and all the details, and read up about the Silver Club bonus bank, because it's really a game changer, I think, for the season. That will be really exciting for people to really push. And so it's not going to be heavily focused on, are you getting first place? Are you getting first place? It's mostly about your personal growth as in your business. So I hope everyone that's on this call that is in the has met these requirements applies after this call, or makes a plan for the next 10 days, however long we have it left in the month, to meet these goals. So we're excited to have you guys all join us, and it's going to be a great season. And another cool thing about Silver Club is that if you graduate and if you meet the monthly requirements, you'll earn points for the incentive trip, which I'll talk about next. So the incentive trip, all this coincides, all the Silver Club enrollments. They help you with your incentive trip qualifications. Like we said before in the previous calls, it's going to be in Mexico with the U.S. incentive trip. So you'll be rubbing elbows with not only leaders in your peers in South Africa, but you'll be rubbing elbows with, and Kendall is, I don't know if you see her on the screen, but anyway, oh, there'll be a surprise. Anyway, it's going to be amazing. So Cancun, Xcaret, here's some details about it. If you scan the code, you can take you to the website that we have all the details about it. These are the qualifications to join. And again, enrollments, rank advancements, re-hitting your highest rank will give you points. Earning the Power 3 PGV will give you points. There's so many ways to earn points to get on the incentive trip. So I highly recommend going to the site and to learn all the way to earn points, and you can actually see where you are at currently. Because knowing where you are is half the battle, and we are 3 months away from it. So it ends November, the qualifications for Xcaret, so which is coincides with Silver Club. So you're gonna be double dipping. So it's a great time to really put the business pedal to the metal. Here's all the places to earn points, like I said. And these are the current top rankings, the top 21. I had 21 boxes to fill up, so I'm not going to go read through all these names because there's a lot of them, but I want to give everyone this on the call a shout out that's in this list. And if you're not on this list, let's make it happen. Next call, if you want to have that goal, get yourself onto the list. So again, keep pushing. Scan the QR code for information about Silver Club and the incentive trip, and you'll be hopefully having a great time in a few months. Anyway, I will turn the time over to Kendall.
Awesome. I don't know about you guys, but okay, I'm getting ready to go to Mexico. Okay, people are falling over. Listen, this is my attire. I will be wearing this hat, and I hope that you will be wearing yours too when you get ready to come to Mexico. It's an amazing place. If you've never been there, you got to get there because Mexico is awesome. All-inclusive hotel. Amazing, you guys. What I love about this trip, and I hope that you guys are really pushing hard, and Candace put in the comments there that Silver Club is a really great way to get those points, right? So they're just tools that work hand in hand. You work really hard in Silver Club, getting your enrollments, getting more points for LRP, stacking up those points. But these tools are setting good habits. Every program that we design here at doTERRA has one thing in mind, and that is to teach you the duplicatable tools, the actions that get results, and just repeat them, right? You want to be able to have a program that by following it is going to get you the results. Yes, win a contest. Yes, get money in your piggy bank, but also help you grow your team. And not just because of rank. Rank is amazing, not because of the volume and the money that you make, but because you have an opportunity as you grow your team to have a bigger influence in your market and all around the world. And I think that's what it's all about. We need to have focus on being a difference in the world, being able to be that mouthpiece, and collectively just imagine what we can all do. So I hope that you guys are all on board for these. I hope you scan the QR code to get Silver Club. We have lots of days left still, you guys. Even with one day, you could get an enrollment. So please join us. I would love to see more numbers than we've ever had in Silver Club ever before. And I hope to see more people coming to Mexico with me, sitting on the beach, drinking our little pina coladas and soaking up the sun and talking, just fun things, also business. Also, here's a little tip. When you come to global incentive trip, you're going to be meeting with global presidentials, blue diamonds, diamonds, and getting opportunities to network with them and get the scoop and be able to implement some things that you might learn from them. So please make it a point to be there with us on the beach. Okay, I'm going to get serious now. All right. Thanks for having fun with me. All right, so we'll go ahead and go through the announcement slides.
Someone can ask. My Zoom's
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry.
That's okay. All right. I'm going to hang on just 1 second. I'm going to go and share my screen, pull up my PowerPoint, make sure that's up. Hold on. We're having some technical difficulties over here. Let's see if we can get this rolling. Anyway, so in the comments, you guys, while I'm doing this, I want you to raise your hand. Tell me if you're going to plan on coming. Are you good? Okay. Tell me if you're coming while we're waiting. All right. Who's coming? You guys, raise your hand. Emojis. Yes, you're coming. Awesome. Candace, I know. We've been talking about that and you're coming. Okay, you guys, stack team app. We've talked about this on every call. We want to make sure as new people are joining us that they are plugged in so that we know all the events that are coming up, all the things that are going on. So scan that QR code and download the team app. One thing that we don't have to put the little macron over the D or over the O anymore. So when you search that on the stack team app. Okay, next slide. And you guys, it's just around the corner, right? Like we're 2 months, a little over 2 months away, maybe barely 2 months. Who's coming? Raise your hand, right? Have you got your ticket yet? What are you waiting for? Get your tickets right now, you guys. Next slide. We're going to be so excited to be there with you. Here's the code to scan. 23rd and 24th of October in the Focus Room in Johannesburg. It's very accessible. And I hope to see you all there. It's going to be amazing. Next slide. And as a bonus, you guys, Dr. Riggs Unplugged. This event, okay, I know people are going to be lining up for this event, and I hope you are going to be able to get your ticket and get in. This is amazing. I get to talk to this man frequently, and every time I do, I learn something new. So this is an opportunity for you to learn. And when we say the word unplugged, that means that you are going to get to ask questions, and he's going to talk about things that we can't always talk about online. So he's going to do a deep dive into some of the products and questions that you ask him. So we're so excited. We have a great agenda coming up for our convention, so we hope to see you there. Be sure to get your tickets. Okay, let me stop sharing. All right, you guys, I get the privilege of introducing our guest speaker. And since I've been in this market, I've known her, but she's been with doTERRA a little bit longer than I have been with South Africa. So our guest speaker today is Marty Kruger. She is a doTERRA Diamond, a South Africa market, and a country founder. And one thing I know that about Marty is that she is really passionate about helping others with natural solutions, right? She's got 2 boys of her own that are active and probably getting lots of bumps and bruises. And like many of you, have a lot of kids, and your purpose in life is make sure those kids are doing well and that you have ways to arm yourself to be able to be their first line of defense when it comes to healthcare, as well as your spouses, your loved ones, family, friends. So I know many of you share that passion. Marty's really driven toward building relationships and community. I know she has a strong community within her team and even cross-line communities with her sister companies or sister leaders in doTERRA. She partners with her husband, Franz, and they have a community called Destiny Wellness, and she grows that across South Africa and beyond. But at the heart of her leadership is a deep belief in serving people and developing leaders, creating communities where others can grow in confidence. She believes that when people are given the right environment, encouragement, and opportunity, one invitation can change the direction of a life. So I'm going to turn the time over to Marty, and she's going to share her subject with us. All right, Marty, dazzle them.
Thanks, Kendall. I really appreciate it. Love your hat and the excitement. I definitely want to work hard for that one. Can't wait to go to Mexico. Hello, everybody. And it's really such a privilege for me to be here. I'm just getting my screen ready, have my adaptive on. And I'm just super excited to be here with all of you tonight. So it's really a privilege, and I don't take this lightly to be on the stage to share with you. So I really do hope that you know that from my heart I will be sharing tonight, and I hope that it means something to at least one of you. So I've been building doTERRA for almost the last 7 years with my amazing husband, and I'm so grateful to have him to support me. I'm in Bloemfontein, and I wouldn't be here without the incredible community in our team that is on this call as well tonight. So thanks, everybody. Love you lots, and so grateful to be building doTERRA and my sideline sisters. So tonight, when Kendall asked me to share a little bit about, talking about events and how to get people there, I was really, trying to think, what can I share that's new? And I think there are many things that we can do because events is such an incredible thing. But the more I thought about it, I realized that it isn't actually a brand new strategy. It's something that's been done, and we will continue to use this incredible strategy to build our businesses. And most of the things that we're going to share tonight, you're going to know. You're going to probably say, I know all of these things. So tonight is really about just coming back to what really works. And it is about showing up, getting people together, gathering them, and we have to create opportunities for connection. Because sometimes in this business, we don't need like that new strategy, but we need to come back to the reality. So I'm really excited. And if you are brand new, or whether you've been building towards your rank or just solidifying where you are at, I really do hope that this very simple thing that I'm going to share tonight is going to help you. Okay, so I'm going to show you tonight that it doesn't have to be big or complicated in order to help you grow your business. So I'm going to quickly run through a couple of my slides. So events aren't this extra something in your business. It's literally how we build our business. When we look at this process, we gather people, we connect people with one another. Candace was saying this so much. It's 40% of getting them in, and then the 60% of having them to stay with us. And eventually, that's really how we build the business. We build belief by plugging them into the different places that we do. So I want to quickly ask you something. One of the most incredible things about building this business is really building a community. And we should never, ever underestimate that that is what this business is about. Have you ever started to have a new exercise goal and it's just you? It's very easy to quit on yourself, but when you've got that gym buddy, it's very, very hard not to show up. And it's the same when we are starting a new health habit or teaching somebody to start with their oils. So bringing somebody into the community, your customer or your wellness advocate, is one of the most important things. And that is where events come in. It really helps us to build this belief. Now, if you're building living on a farm or maybe small time, it might be on Zoom. But I want to challenge you, put on your camera, be live, let people see you, even if you're not close to people. Because at the end of the day, we cannot stop gathering. We can't, stop being there for people. Okay, I want to quickly start with a small event that really started our journey in 2020. Well, 2019, I started with doTERRA. And the picture on the left-hand side was our very first in-person builder gathering that was in our kitchen in January 2020. We were 6 people. As you can see, it was Frans and myself, so literally 4 of our team. It wasn't a huge team. It wasn't a fancy venue. There wasn't some massive event strategy. We simply started with who we had and what we had. We didn't wait until we had a big team to start gathering people, to start with events. Now, the photo on the other side isn't here to show you numbers. This was in 2024 at our convention in South Africa. Can't wait. Who's coming to convention? And this isn't here to show you, what happens. This isn't just the numbers, but it is really to show you what happens when people keep showing up. And not just me, every single one in my team. But what I want us to understand is that the right-hand side, the second-hand photo, doesn't happen without the first one. Really doesn't. So sometimes there'll be 20 people at your event. Sometimes there'll be 3. There might be 1. So I want to encourage you to do it for the 1. Don't worry about the chairs that isn't filled up. Really do just worry about showing up. And this is where consistency matters. Okay. So let's look at different events. And I think this is something that I have a talk with my team many times, because I remember when I got started, I had one idea. It was teaching a class in a certain way, showing up in a certain way. But what I love about doTERRA is that there's space for all of us to do it the way that we want, that sits well with you. So you can do so many different things. I know about diamonds, even presidential diamonds, who built their business with coffee dates, but by one-on-one coffee dates. So you can do that, but you can also have a big event. There are so many different ways that you can build your business. Now, some of the things that has really worked very well for me is to do collaborations. I've done a cooking class with a chef who was cooking with our oils. That was so much fun. And then I've done with our animal aromatherapist in our groups that we did a SPCA fundraiser. Another way is something that I love to do is showing up to do aroma touch hand technique for the hospice. I've done that quite a few times, and also for CHOC, which is a Children's Cancer Association, right? We all know that. But the whole idea of building your business with events is so exciting because we can really literally go out there and make a difference wherever we go. And what I've realized is, and I'm sure you as well, that every room that we walk into when we are sharing about doTERRA is not about necessarily how many enrollments can I get right now, but it is to realize that we have this incredible gift in our hand, that we can change lives with what we have to offer, the products, the business, and the community. So if you and I go and we have a heart of serving people and being in a room, that will open more doors for you than what you can imagine. So what I would like to challenge you with is, if maybe you are having a lot of events, you do different things, but if maybe you've been a little bit stuck and thinking, you know, what is the next thing that I should do? I want you to start, thinking outside of that box, or collaborating with even a sideline sister, or reaching out to a school or a business place where you can go and share about how to use oils in the workplace to deal with stress and anxiety and to support them with that. And also another thing that I think is also very important, and this is something that I believe has had a big impact for us, is not just teaching an essential oil introduction class. Intro to oils. We need to let people experience the oils. A workshop. Help them make something that they can take home. Do a paint and sip. I did that the other day. There were 60 ladies, and I was invited by somebody that just invited me, and she said, Marty, come and do a collaboration with me. I was so grateful for that, because I got to spend time with people. When I asked the ladies in that paint and sip, and I said, how many of you, know doTERRA or use essential oils? There were 4 people out of 60 that put up their hands. I would have never had them come to an essential oil class. And did I have lots of enrollments there? No, but I did sell quite a few rollers. I sold some different products, but it gave me the opportunity to get their names and reach out and start conversations. So events is such an incredible thing. And it doesn't have to be just one specific way. You have to look at different ways of building your business. So in the beginning, it's going to be you. You are going to be the one who invite, you host, you set up the chairs, you send out the messages, you follow up, because this is what this business is about. And that can be exhausting. But you know what is the most incredible thing that absolutely warms my heart where I'm sitting here is, in the beginning, it was me. I want to quickly tell you when I just got started. I've shared this at some of our leadership. When we just got started, Kirsten and Danielle immediately just threw me into the classes with them. I was so intimidated. Here was Kirsten, Presidential Diamond, Dr. Danielle, Blue Diamond, psychiatrist, and they asked me to host classes with them. They didn't ask me to dive deep into the science of oils. I was just sharing a little bit of my story. But it made me believe of what is possible. And it also made me, see the vision of what was possible. And I did that because I knew what I wanted to create. I knew what it was. And then when they sort of stopped, doing that, I had to continue. I had to continue to show up and teach the classes. And I did that for a very long time. It was me. And then one by one in my team, their hands started coming up and everybody was teaching, with me. And then they started teaching their own classes. And now across Africa, without me even knowing, that they are doing it. They are busy hosting classes. And that is truly what we want to do. We want to model it. We want to do it together, and then we want to lead them. So I want to also say this. When I'm sharing, now my team is teaching, this isn't so that we don't have to do anything. This is not what this business is about. This business is truly about you as a leader leading from the front. So maybe if you've gone back to manager position in your business, you're managing your organization, it is time to step back into creating what you want to do with your business. It is one of the most important things. Okay, I want to do a quick exercise very quickly. So I want you to do me a favor, and I need your concentration quickly for like a few seconds. I saw this done by Tony Robbins once, and it was so amazing. I did this with my team. So what I want you to do is, where you are sitting right now, look around and find everything that you can see that is red. Everything. Like, look at it quickly. Okay, have you got it? Have you got your red stuff? Okay, now close your eyes. Tell me, you don't have to tell me, but tell me, what did you see that was green? Don't open your eyes. Okay, like, what did you see that was green, right? Okay, now open your eyes. Look for the green things. How many can you see? They were there all the time, right? But we weren't looking for them. So we didn't see them. So what changed? We found what we were looking for. And this was so interesting for me because, okay, so first of all, I want to tell two things about this. Number one, when you were looking for red things, did you look at something that was burgundy or pink or maroon and you said, oh, that's red, right? We do that because what happens is our brain decides what we're looking for and we start to find the evidence to support that. That's what we do. And that's the same thing in our business. Sometimes we've created this belief in our mind. So maybe you're believing nobody wants to come to my event. You will find evidence of that. If you want to say, I've already asked everybody, you'll stop noticing new people. If maybe you believe there isn't any builders or new customers, you are going to see the proof of everything that you are believing. But what if we change what we are looking for? I genuinely believe that God has got incredible people still out there. There's thousands and millions of people in South Africa and Botswana and Namibia and Zimbabwe that still need to be introduced to doTERRA. They're waiting for you and me to invite them. So the question is not why isn't anybody coming? The question is, who haven't I seen yet? Okay, I'm going to quickly run through these slides. I don't know how much time I've got left. So if I'm over my time, Nick, please just let me know. But I want to quickly do this. I want to quickly ask you to put in a chat box. How many times did somebody invite you to look at doTERRA before you said yes? Let me see. Many times, 1 to 3 times, once. Marinja, we're looking for people like you, right? We want those that say once and they're there. 2, once. We like these once people. But we know 4 years, Manette, 4 years. Okay, who of you remembered what we just celebrated? What did we just celebrate? Manette going elite. Thank goodness nobody gave up on Manette and inviting her to come and have a look at doTERRA. So I want to say something to you. I actually had a conversation with one of my leaders today and she said this, and I said, I had to put this in my slide. So I added this. If I don't ask, that's a definite no. So if you are not asking somebody, that's a definite no. You've already eliminated that. I want you to look at the chat box and see how many times people were asked about joining doTERRA and they didn't give up on them. Maybe the person that eventually invited them, maybe it was me. I stopped and somebody else invited them. But I want to tell you right now, if we continue to invite people, they will come. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to share that I found really works. I do not believe sitting on Canva and creating a beautiful image for 2-3 hours, or maybe you do it in 5 minutes, and then sending that out to all your contacts and on social, and then waiting and hoping and saying, okay, nobody responded. I invited all of them. That doesn't work. I don't know about you, but how many images do you get on your phone on WhatsApp groups every day, every week? And I'm sad to say most of those I don't even download. I don't open them up. Are you there? Are you with me? But if I get a voice note, what happens? Do you open your voice notes or do you ignore them? And I know you've heard this before, but I just want to remind you that if you want to invite somebody to an event, make it personal. Like, let them know that you're not just randomly hoping to fill your room, but you were actually thinking of that person and saying, who needs to be in this room? When I send a message to my friend and say, I remember you mentioned that your child is writing matric and you and they are stressed, right? We are having a class and we're going to talk on focus and concentration and how to use these wells. Invite them because it means something to them. Why would it be valuable to them? Lead with that. So make sure that when you're inviting somebody, you are bringing them in because they need to be in that room for that reason. It's very important. We can't just hope and pray. And then also very important, do not take it personal. Do not. Again, I want to say this again. Read how many times people said no. Manette is a very good example why we don't want to say, we don't want to let go of the people who says no for 4 years. So at the end of the time, it's very important to realize like a no also doesn't mean just a no. It can be not now. They don't understand yet. Like all of those women at that paint and sip, it was incredible. Many of them came up. I had the opportunity to share peppermint. I had the opportunity to, let them experience the oils. And I had so many people came up and said, Marcia, I had no idea this is what the oils. And I've heard people speak about it, but no interest. But I had the opportunity because I keep on showing up, and I'm grateful for that. And I know all of you are also showing up. These are the people that are waiting for us out there, the people that is going to say no until they're ready to go. So find more people. Sometimes I think we treat this business then different than we think a normal business works. So let's say we open a shop and we have 5 people who walk past our shop every day. And every day I ask them, come into my shop and buy. And they say, no, thank you, we're not interested. Am I going to close my shop and say, okay, this isn't working? Or am I going to find other 5 people and more 5 people? I'm not just going to rely on 5 people. So also stop asking the same people. Meet new people, grow your circle. Now I want to quickly show this incredible leader of mine, and I've got so many leaders that I'd like to highlight. But when I was looking at this, I was thinking, there are so many amazing things that happens when we get somebody in a room. So I want to quickly talk about Dr. Hannah. Many of you have met her. So I want to quickly ask, who of you have, when you joined doTERRA, had no intention of building a doTERRA business? Now, if that was you, put a hand or a me in the chat. I want you to put that in the chat. So I want you to tell me if you had no intention of building the business. Okay, I'm going to, our new founder, Simone, Danita, Eli, there you go. Some people that had Nicola, a diamond and a founder. Oh my goodness. No interest in building the business. And I know Dom as well, right? Another diamond. So let me tell you quickly a little bit about Dr. Hannah. And I also just want to quickly ask you to please keep her in your prayers. She's had a great family loss. So my heart is with you, my friend. But I want to quickly tell you about this incredible woman. So Hannah was introduced by a mutual friend into doTERRA. And when her upline quit, she was just, she became my customer. And she had no interest in building the business. She loved the product. She's been using doTERRA for a very long time. And she didn't have any intention in building a big business, not even sharing. Then 2024 convention came, and Dr. Hannah came all the way from Botswana. She attended it. We had team dinners. We met in person for the first time, and she met her doTERRA family. She experienced doTERRA to the fullest. And while she was there, she sat in a room and she realized, my people aren't here. And if I don't bring them, who's going to bring them? A few months later, she came to the roadshow in Johannesburg. She not only came by herself, now she brought people with her. She had a few people that came with her. She joined Diamond Club. She did Silver Club. She came to the leadership retreat. She brought her husband. She qualified for the first Mauritius incentive trip. And then she said, next time that I'm coming, I'm bringing someone. And she actually qualified with her friend. And that is just amazing. Now, I'm not telling you everyone that you're going to invite is going to be a Dr. Hannah, right? It's not going to happen that way. But, and Dr. Hannah could have been an incredible customer for a very long time, and that would have been awesome. But we don't know what happens when we invite somebody into the room and the possibility happens. And the same happens for you and me. And this is when I'm almost finished. I'm going to quickly tell you, this is when I'm going to talk about convention quickly. Because this one for me is one of the most incredible things that we cannot miss out on. Now, I always think of this business like a fire, right? You can have a beautiful hot fire, but when one coal rolls away, when it gets that cold and dark, but the moment you put it back in the heat, it actually catches flame again. It becomes warm again. And this is for me what it is like attending something like convention. Because let's just be honest about this. We all have those seasons where we lose a little bit of our fire, we get tired, people say, no, your team isn't moving, someone quits, you question yourself. And when you walk into convention, suddenly you're surrounded by hundreds of people who understand. You hear a leader's story, you hear the science, you experience what doTERRA is all about. And for me, this is one of the most important things because this is where belief builds. Now, France and I had our very first convention online during COVID. And then our dream was to go to the US. So we went to the US convention in 2023. It was incredible. We walked into a room with thousands of people, thousands. And according to us, we were the only two South Africans there. And when I looked at that, I said to France, we haven't even started. We haven't done our job. We need to fill these rooms. And that really enlarged our vision. So what happens when somebody walks into the room? Let's talk about Janette, one of my other amazing leaders, gold leader, founder, had no intention of building or doing anything with doTERRA, started to share, and then quickly went up the ranks, brought her husband to convention, to the leadership retreat. And when they walked out of there, Charles said, we're going to build a diamond organization. And with every event, she's bringing people. And let's talk about Tina, my diamond in our team. Tina started to share very reluctantly, came to the first leadership retreat as an elite, all by herself. The next leadership retreat, she brought 4 people. And for those of you who were at the leadership retreat earlier this year, she had more than 20 people there. It was incredible to see. So if you are serious about building this business, you cannot not come to convention. Now, I understand maybe you've got a real legitimate reason that you can't make it. This is not a guilt trip. But if you are saying, I haven't planned for it, I don't have the money, Silver Club's coming up, work for it. Do your classes, do events. You can actually qualify to pay for your business trip with your money. This is a business trip, and it's one that you shouldn't miss out on. And it shouldn't just be you coming. You must say, who am I bringing? And if you don't have a builder yet, if you don't have a friend, bring your husband or bring that friend who says, I have no idea what these oils are. You are just crazy. You tell her, come and have a look and see what I'm about. So this is your challenge. Then I'm going to end off. I'm not sure if I'm over my time, but I want to quickly say this is the challenge that I want to give each and every one of us. So in the next 48 hours, this is what I want you to do, because this is fundamental for our business. It's nothing else. Number one, what event are you going to attend next? Is it going to be a class? Is it going to be convention? Convention needs to be in there anyway. But write in your diary, what event are you hosting or attending? Again, in the next 30 days, are you going to do a coffee date? Are you going to do kitchen table gathering, a workshop, an online class, a collaboration? And before you go to bed tonight, write down 3 names, and you don't have to send a message tonight. Personally invite them tomorrow, because you don't need 50 people to begin. We started in our kitchen and look what was created, and it's not us, it's just people who want to belong. The only thing that you and I have to do is we have to keep on showing up. We have to keep on gathering people. And this is how we are building a business that will last forever and ever, because we are creating a room where people can experience what we already know is possible. Thanks, everybody. Sorry if I'm over my time. I don't know. But yeah, thanks, Kendall, and thanks for the opportunity to share. Thanks, Ryan.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Marty. Thank you. Thank you. That was great information. Just had to get my props back on here. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Marty, I love your call to action. I love that you are all about community, and you shared with us, just reasons that you just need to invite people and don't give up on them, right? How many times were you invited? How many times were other people invited? So thank you so much for sharing all that information. I appreciate it. All right. You guys, I'm going to share a few reasons why I think that you should come to convention. Like, why is it so important for you? But I'm going to do it David Letterman style. Can you spotlight me?
Yeah.
All right. You guys know who David Letterman is?
Sorry.
No? Okay, well, you're going to need to Google him because... Huh? Okay. Having a few difficulties here. All right. You need to Google David Letterman. He's a late night host for a show, and he does this funny thing, and I think it's so clever. So I think I'm funny. You may not. All right, so top 10 reasons. Number 10. Get out of your routine, because there are so many business breakthroughs. There's only so many business breakthroughs you can have sitting at your kitchen table. Bonus, you get to wear something other than your Zoom outfit. Number 9 reason why you need to come to convention. Experience what's new. New products, new tools, new announcements, and the opportunity to say, I knew about that before anyone else. He really does throw them off camera. Number 8, learn from people doing it. Why reinvent the wheel when you can learn from something whose wheel is already rolling, preferably uphill with volume. Number 7, build relationships. Network marketing works better when you actually network. Turns out commenting, love this on Facebook isn't quite the same thing. Number 6, bring your team together. Nothing bonds a team quite like convention, except maybe trying to decide where 14 people are going to go to dinner. Number 5, get re-energized. Sometimes your business doesn't need another spreadsheet. It needs you to get excited again, although your upline might still send you the spreadsheet. Number 4, see what's possible. You'll watch people walk across the stage and think, if they can do that, I can do that, which is much more productive than, why am I not up there? Number 3, increase your beliefs. Belief in the products, belief in doTERRA, belief in the opportunity, belief in yourself, and possibly the belief that you actually do need every product they just announced. Number 2, create momentum. Convention can turn. I really need to start building again into, okay, who are we enrolling this week? Momentum loves action. Rank advancement does too. And number 1, because leaders go first. If you want your team to attend convention, you probably need to attend convention. If you want your team excited, you probably need to be excited. If you want your team to build, you probably need to build. Because unfortunately, do what I say, not what I do, is not currently recognized as a doTERRA leadership strategy. And bonus number reason, bonus 11, because Addison said so. Okay, I'm just kidding. But he did say, get the people there. But you guys, who are you bringing to convention? Put it in the chat. Who are you bringing? How many people are you bringing? Let's go, you guys. Let's fill this convention. Get those people there for all the reasons that Marty talked about. We love you guys. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you on the next call. Bye.
Good job. That's funny. They loved it. Everyone was dying.
They were dying.
Yeah.